Hello team and welcome back to the channel. So before starting the video, small request, please subscribe to the channel. We upload videos on daily basis at 9 a.m. in the morning. Also these days I'm running a new series which is 30 days of DevOps, where I'm covering all the topics of DevOps which you need to land an interview or learn complete DevOps. Okay, so in this course, like after watching this course, you'll be able to build a full-fledged pipeline which will be having multiple stages from compiling the source code, running security analysis, creating Docker images, then deploying the application using various methods. Okay, everything I'll be showing you from scratch, so this course can be used or learned by any person. Okay, also several of you have asked me if this course is going to help you that you can get a job after 30 days. So in reality, I'm just going to tell you, no matter how many courses you watch, eventually what matters is how much you are practicing. If you are watching and practicing on daily basis, definitely you are going to get a job without any issue. Okay, so I would just request you, follow the videos, implement whatever I'm showing you. That is more than enough for you to understand. Okay, rest the conceptual part, everything I'm explaining to you already. Side by side I'm implementing also, so that hands-on also you will be getting. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so coming to today's topic, today we are going to learn about SonarQube and implement it as well. Okay, so whatever I'm speaking, maybe you should take a note of it so that you completely understand and not forget anything. Okay, so SonarQube is basically a code quality check tool. Okay, or in short we can say SonarQube is a security analysis tool which we use to run analysis on our source code. Okay, so when we talk about SonarQube, two things we need to know. First thing, what exactly it does. There are two things which SonarQube does. Okay, first thing is it is used for code quality check. Okay, second thing what it does, it performs code coverage. Okay, now these two words, what exactly they mean. Okay, so you know that if you are having a source code for any project or application, be it a Java based source code or Node.js or Angular or any other programming language, okay, each source code, it is possible that they may have issues like your source code may have bugs, code smell, vulnerabilities, technical debt, these kind of things your source code may have. Okay, so depending on the amount of that things, these things, bugs, then code smell, then vulnerabilities, okay, these things, or you can say other issues. Okay, any other the source code related issue, if your code is having, then if it is having too much these things, bugs and other issues, if there are too much, then we say your code quality is not so good. Okay, but if it is very low in amount, then we say that our code quality is good of source code. Okay, so what SonarQube does, it helps you to find these things. Okay, and you know what is the best part about SonarQube? It will basically give you a section of that source code where the issue might be there. That means if a part of your source code is having bugs or any other issue, SonarQube will generate a report, and inside that report it will show you which part of code is having bugs or issues. Okay, and that is the you can even understand that how good it is, someone is there to tell you where are the bugs in your code. Okay, so that helps a lot for developers to fix the issues in the source code, right? Okay, so I hope you understand the code quality check. For example, if these things issues, bugs, code smell, vulnerabilities and other issues, if they are very less in your source code, then you can say your source code is of good code quality. Okay, if they are so much, then it's not good quality. Okay, next we have code coverage. Okay, so you know your each project usually have test cases. Okay, test cases or test suites, you can say, a whole bunch of test cases. Okay, so while running those test cases, how much percentage of source code is covered? Okay, that means let's say we have run 200 test cases on our project. Okay, and those 200 test cases have covered around 80% of source code. Okay, during test cases, then we say that code coverage is 80%. Okay, then we said code coverage is 80%. That means code coverage is what you can say amount of code covered during test cases. Okay. Now the question is like, okay, we found out the amount, how many source code was covered during test cases. What is the point of it? So the point of it, if your source code is having 80% or above code coverage, then we say that it is of a really good source code. Okay, that is the point. If the source code is having less than 80%, code coverage is less than 80%, then we say, okay, it's not so good. Okay, so you understand the main point of SonarQube is that two things it does. First is code quality check. It helps you find if your source code is of good code quality or not. Secondly, it helps you find code coverage, how much percentage of source code is covered while running the test cases. Okay, so maybe you should take a screenshot to understand. Okay, so this is like a basic thing about SonarQube. But next, what I am going to show you is completely hands-on, how we can run the analysis, and also I will show you how you can set up a SonarQube server for your POC or something. Okay. So in yesterday's video, we saw a small pipeline we have created using this pet clinic application. Okay. Achha, one more thing, let me tell you, this code coverage, this basically is not completely done by SonarQube. There is a third-party tool, okay, which is known as JaCoCo. Okay, this is a third-party tool which performs the code coverage. Okay, so basically what happens, we integrate SonarQube with JaCoCo, and from here we generate the report of code coverage. Okay, inside SonarQube. Okay, so that also I will show you how we are going to do that. Okay, so I hope it's clear how SonarQube works and what exactly it is used for, right? Okay, now let me tell you, this was the application that we are going to perform a whole CI/CD process. So as of yesterday, we ran these things compile and build, then we deployed the application on Tomcat. Okay, so today we'll be having total 5 stages. First is git checkout, obviously, then we will compile the source code, then we will run build to generate the packaged application, then we will run before build we will run SonarQube analysis, then we will run build, and finally we will deploy the application to Tomcat server. Okay, see, as of now we are deploying the application to Tomcat server because as of now we have not studied Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, so once we study Docker and Kubernetes, then we will be starting to deploy the application over Docker container and Kubernetes. Okay, for now Tomcat is fine. Okay, now coming the point, how to set up that SonarQube server. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do, since this is a temporary one, we are going to set up for just learning purpose. So what you need to do, you need to run these commands. Okay, we need to install Docker on our VM. So these commands you can just run. Okay, Docker, don't worry, Docker we will be covering in full-fledged in detail in later videos. Okay, for now, since we want to set up SonarQube, so we are going to do it with Docker because it is the easiest way. Okay, since we are going to do POCs to understand how SonarQube works and all, so we will be using Docker. It is very easy. Okay, you just need to run these commands. Okay, they are going to install Docker. Till here, it will install Docker and Docker Compose, and these 5 commands, basically they are the commands which will make sure that you can run Docker commands with any user, not just root. Because usually when you set up Docker, and when you run the Docker command, you get the error at permission denied. Okay, so to solve that, we need to run these commands. Okay, so got the point? You can first install Docker. Okay, so just to check, if I run the command as docker-v, you can see Docker version which I have installed is 24.0.2. Okay, now coming to point, how we can create a SonarQube server using Docker. Okay, so in Docker, just remember the commands for now because I will be explaining in detail Docker in future videos. Okay, so to create a server inside Docker of SonarQube, we will run the command as docker run -d. -d means whatever command this is going to run, whatever logs are there, they will be running in background. Okay, and they won't be visible to you on the screen right now. Okay, -d. Then let's provide a name to the container. So I want a name as Sonar. Then we have a -p. -p basically stands for port. Okay, so 2 port we need to provide. One is the host port and another is the container port. Okay, first one is the host port. Host port is the port on which port we will be accessing SonarQube, okay, in browser. Okay, so as of now, like both port are 9000 only, so this one is this 9000, we will be using this port to access the SonarQube on browser. Okay, next we need to provide a Docker image name. Okay, so usually I go with Sonar, okay, SonarQube column, then we need to provide which version we want to install. So I will provide the LTS community version, okay, long-term support version, because it is kind of stable version. Okay, just this much, click enter, and you can see it is saying unable to find image locally, so it will fetch the SonarQube image from Docker Hub repository. And again I am saying you don't need to worry about Docker, I'll be explaining you in detail in future videos. For now you can just see, you just need to run install Docker by running these commands. These commands will be available to you, you don't need to worry about that either, and then you just need to run these commands. Okay, also make sure that 9000 port is open on your virtual machine. Okay, so if I run this command docker ps, you can see so it is running now. Okay, now to access this SonarQube, what we can do, we can copy the IP address of our machine, paste it here, paste, and column port was 9000, click enter, and you can see SonarQube is starting. Okay, also like this JaCoCo thing, we are going to discuss it little bit more. Okay, like how you can configure your project to use, because usually when people run SonarQube analysis, they are unable to get code coverage. Why? Because their project does not have JaCoCo. Okay, so I will explain you how you can set it up so that your project uses JaCoCo and generates the code coverage. Okay, so SonarQube, you can see it is giving login. So if you are doing it for the first time, ID password is admin. Okay, ID is admin, username admin, password admin. Click login. Okay, so we need to change the password now, so anything you can just put. Okay, and let me explain you about SonarQube in detail, how it works basically. Okay, so this is the front page you will see once SonarQube is set up. Okay, one question that might be coming in your mind is like, let's say we are having two different projects. Okay, one is Java based project, one is let's say JavaScript or TypeScript based project. Okay, then how SonarQube will like find out how it should do analysis. Okay, so for that, basically for doing analysis, SonarQube has rules. Okay, first of all, let's go to quality profiles. So if quality profiles is basically a way or a set of rules that defines like on which language project what rules should be applied. Okay, for example, let's say since we are having a Java based project, so you can see Java one profile is available, which is the default profile known as Sonar way. Okay, and you can see here total number of rules inside this is 479. If I open this, you can see these are the rules. Okay, so SonarQube will be using these rules to find out bugs and vulnerabilities and other issues. Okay, got the point, right? Okay, so SonarQube basically uses different rules to find issues in your source code. Okay, again, also you can see like it is having 479 rules. In case you want to add more rules, since it is a default one, so you cannot modify it. So to modify it, what we do, we click on copy and we create a new custom profile. Okay, let's provide a name as SonarWay custom, click on copy, and it has created. Okay, and now as of now you can see total number of active rules is 479, inactive rules is 149, and these are, you can see, these are the rules used to find, like 139 rules are based on finding bugs, 31 for vulnerabilities. So in this way SonarQube works. Okay, I hope you got the point. Okay, and in case you want to like add more rules, you can click on activate more, select the rules which you want to activate, and it will be added. Okay, so you understand like how SonarQube works. Okay, and now in case you are wondering from where these profiles are coming, so basically if I go to administration, there is this section marketplace. Okay, and inside marketplace there are so many plugins. So like each quality profile is there for each programming language. Basically if you search here, like for example Java, if I search, okay, so Java, like for example code hack Java. Okay, so if this is already installed, so once you install this, that means what is Java quality profile will be added here automatically. Okay. So I hope you got the point, like what is quality profiles and how it uses. Quality profiles is a specific programming language profile which contains a set of rules used for performing SonarQube analysis on our source code, right? Okay. Next thing what I want to show you is how we run analysis and how we can see the report. Okay. So for that, what we will do first go to Jenkins, because we are going to integrate Jenkins with SonarQube. Okay. Also one more thing, sorry, I forgot almost. JaCoCo, since we were discussing JaCoCo, okay, as I mentioned, JaCoCo is a third-party tool which needs to be integrated with SonarQube. Okay, so for that what we need to do, we need to add JaCoCo details in our POM file, Java based POM file. And what things we need to add, if I scroll down here, where it is, let me show you. Yeah, see, so these are, see, to enable code coverage with JaCoCo, below items we need to add in our POM. These items needs to be added inside properties. Just to show you, if I copy this and search inside my POM file, we should be able to see it. Okay, sorry about that, one second. Properties. Let me edit and let's see if it is there or not. In case if it's not already there, okay, it's already there, I guess. Yeah, so you can see, one second, yeah, 0.8.6, it is there. And if I search for JaCoCo, let's go to plugins, plugins, where is JaCoCo? Yeah, we have JaCoCo also here, so I guess it's fine, right? Okay, so these things, they need to be added in your POM file, properties, dependency, and this plugin. Okay, one more time, let me just check it correctly if it is existing or not, because if not, then we need to add it. Okay, control search. Yeah, it is added. Great. Since no changes we have done, we will just cancel things. Okay, so once you add this JaCoCo in your POM file, then your SonarQube analysis will be working fine. Okay, now to configure Jenkins with SonarQube, what we need to do, we need to go to dashboard, go to manage Jenkins, go to manage plugins. We need to install this SonarQube scanner plugin. Okay, so here let's search for SonarQube scanner, click on install without restart. If I scroll down, we should be able to see the progress. You can see still in, okay, it's success. Now it's loading the plugin extensions. Yeah, okay, now to configure, we will go to global tool configuration. So if you remember my yesterday's video, you should know that in global tool configuration, whatever plugin we are installing, we can configure it here. If I scroll down, you can see here SonarQube scanner, right? So let's provide it a name as Sonar-scanner. Okay, and version you can select from here, so I will just go with latest and click on apply. Okay, so this is done. Next, what we need to do is configure SonarQube server in configure system. Also, if you remember yesterday's video, I already explained configure system is the place where we configure servers, and this is the SonarQube server which we need to configure. Okay, so what we will do, we will scroll down to SonarQube servers. You can see this option appears. Click on add SonarQube. Let's provide a name as Sonar-server, I guess. Okay, and then server URL. Okay, so for server URL, we will copy till 9000 because this is the URL on which SonarQube is running. So we will paste it here. Next is token. Okay, so to generate a token, what you need to do, go to administration, go to security, then users, and here if you see there is this option tokens. Click on it. provide any name, for example just token. Expires, you can select how many days you want, for example 90, then 90, click on generate. Now this file you are seeing, this is the token which will be used for authentication. So we will copy this, and then to add it we need to add separately. So what I will do, I will open manage Jenkins in new page, go to credentials, go to global, click on add credentials. Okay, so since we have a token, so we need to select the kind as secret text. Okay, so let's paste the text here. Description as sonar dash token. Okay, then click on create. Okay, so token is created. Now let me just copy this again, because if I click on apply, yeah, now if I refresh this, we should be able to see the token to select, right? You can see we are able to select it, so we'll click on apply. Okay, so this part is done. Now what we can do, we can add this stage in our pipeline. So we will go on configure, scroll down. Okay, so let's say I want to configure it after compile stage. Okay, so I will like paste this stage here, and then we are going to edit it. Okay, so let's provide the name as SonarQube analysis. Okay, should be normal only. Okay, now about the steps, let's say that I am not aware how to write. Okay, so first of all, what we can do, we can go to pipeline syntax, and here there should be one option, SonarQube with SonarQube environment or something, with SonarQube environment. Great, this one. Okay, there is one difference, even though we are copying this code, but when we put it here, instead of credentials, what we need to provide is, in single quotes, we need to write as sonar-server, which we have configured in configure system, right? This is the name of the server. Okay, so since SonarQube is a separate tool, we need to define it in our pipeline. Okay, and how to do that, if you remember, we need to create an environment. Okay, so we will do that in this way, environment. Okay, then braces, enter. Okay, here we will provide the home path, sonar_home equal to tool. Then here we need to provide the name of the tool which we configured, which was Sonar Scanner, right? Okay, and this is done. Okay, so next we need to write the commands to execute the analysis, which we can write inside shell. And here basically, since we are going to write multi-line command, so we will use 3 quotes. Okay, and here what we are going to do is call our SonarQube executable in this format, $scanner_home /bin/sonar-scanner. Okay, now we need to write the some parameters to provide the analysis thing. Okay, so for that we have the sonar.project name. First we need to provide the project name, so let's say I want to provide as pet clinic. Okay, and let's say we want to go to next line, and here we need to provide another parameter which will be sonar.java.binaries. Okay, so basically this provides the path of Java binaries. So in my case, I will just put a dot. That means I want to put it like Java binaries file in my case is on the root directory. Okay, and final last line what we can write. See, these things you can write in a single line also, but I just wanted to show you, like, since we are using a slash, that we can even write in multi lines. Okay, when you are having a longer code, you can write in multi line. Okay, So last line we can write d sonar dot project key. Okay, so project key, let's say we will keep it same as our project name. Okay, now to close this we will again put 3 quotes. Okay, so this is done. Click on apply and let's try to see it. Let's try to build it. I hope it does not give any error. Okay, so you can see it has started, and let's monitor and let's see the progress here. Okay, so I guess it is still compiling. Okay, so okay team, so in first attempt basically it failed. Okay, so let's try to fix this. Okay, so let's check our pipeline one. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, this one is like written in small letters, so what we can do, we can edit it. Scanner home bin sonar scanner, this should be fine. So let's try to trigger it again and build now. Yeah, so it started, and let's see what it does now. Okay, so compilation is done. Now it is running SonarQube. Okay, SonarQube's analysis has started, so let's monitor and let's see. Okay, so if you notice here, okay, it is loading the quality profiles. Okay, it is loading the rules, and you can see what kind of rules and quality profiles have been used. Okay, so basically that means our project source code is having Java source code, CSS source code, JSP files, XML file. Okay, so SonarQube is able to actually find out by itself what kind of project you are having, which programming language is having, and based on that it will use a specific quality profile which has the rules. Okay, so if I scroll down, okay, so here we can see it says analysis successful. Okay, last it is running. Yeah, everything is success. So SonarQube analysis success. To see the analysis report, what we can do, we can go to SonarQube home, and here, okay, so here you can see pet clinic, what it was, pet clinic application is generated, and what it was able to find is 2 bugs, 35 code smells. Okay, and total number of lines of code was 3.9k. Okay, now the problem in this report is that you see code coverage is still 0. Okay, so what we need to do is fix this code coverage. Okay, so that we can see how much percentage of code is covered while running the test cases. Okay, so let's do that as well. Okay team, so the main issue because of which code coverage was not generating is, first of all, like previously, if I show you the previous pipelines, okay, it is not there actually. See, the thing is, we actually in yesterday's pipeline we were skipping the test cases. Just to show you, if I go to this repository, and because we have saved the pipeline script which we ran yesterday, so if you see here, we have basically skipped the test cases. Okay, and as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the JaCoCo works based on test cases. Okay, because when test cases are run, the JaCoCo integrates and finds out how much percentage of source code was covered. Okay, so to fix the issue, what we can do, let me expand it a little bit. Yeah, so what I can do, I can copy this command. Okay, 1 second, let it be here. We can add one stage here. Okay, testing stage basically to run test cases. Okay, so what I can do, I can copy this, edit this at test cases. Let's write as test cases. Okay, and here we can write the command as maven test. Okay, and maven clean package, so this should be fine, and let's apply. Test cases are running, right? Yeah, so let's build it now. Okay, and now we will see if it works fine or not, because POM and everything is fine only, and like POM is already configured. Also, like in case you want to do a POC with code coverage, you can use this project pet clinic, which is available on my GitHub account. Okay, it's running, and I think test cases are running as of now. Total 62 test cases are there in this project, so they should all be running, and let's see what happens. Okay, 1 second. If I scroll up, you can see test run. At this point 62 test cases have run. Okay, and all of them are success only, it seems. Okay, see, now here JaCoCo also was able to generate a report inside this folder. You can see here target folder JaCoCo is generated. Okay, now Maven test is running. Okay, one more like we have added, so it will run. No issues. Okay, finally our SonarQube analysis is running. Now JaCoCo should be able to generate the report and our code coverage should be available to us. Okay, see, if you see closely here it is written sensor JaCoCo XML report importer. Okay, let me see if it is okay. SonarQube has run successfully. Let's wait for the build stage to complete, and then we will go to SonarQube and let's see if our code coverage is generated or not. Okay, one final stage also will be added, which is to deploy the application on Tomcat. Okay, so that also we will be adding it here. Okay, so build is success. Now we can go to project, and if I refresh this, okay, so now at this point at least some value is visible here. You can see 53.6% code coverage is done, which is not a very good code coverage, but at least it is visible. Okay, so in this way what we can do, we can generate the code coverage as well. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much about SonarQube, like SonarQube, how you perform analysis, how you generate a report. Okay, to see detailed report you can click on pet clinic, go to issues and see what I was talking about, that SonarQube will help you to find which section of the code is having issues. Okay, for example, even the severity it is showing critical, minor. If I expand it, see, it is showing which suggestions even available, which section is having issues, that everything is available. So you get the point, like how useful SonarQube is, right? Okay, so for that reason only I'm suggesting ki do a POC, use SonarQube in your projects and all. Okay, so I hope this video was useful. If it was, then okay, one more thing, it's still pending, sorry about that. We should be deploying our applications also, right? Okay, so no issues, we will just add the stage. Let me copy this and paste it here, and stage name I want to give as deploy. Okay, and command that we should be running is copy command, so I will run with sudo cp. Okay, so let me first of all what I will do, I will open it in duplicate page. Let me tell you what exactly I want to see. If I go to the last successful build, expand it and scroll down. Okay, I want the location of war file. Okay, so see, the location is of the war file is inside target folder, so we will copy this first, paste it here. Now we need to provide the path of Tomcat. Okay, so that also what we can do, we can provide it here. Anish bhai. Okay, so what we can do, Tomcat path we need to provide, right? So we will go to opt, then cd apache. One second, let me close this. Yeah, so apache, and here we need to go inside web apps. Okay, now I will just run pwd, and we need to paste our jar file or war file inside this folder. Okay, so I will copy this and I will paste it here. Okay, so this should be doing good, and let's apply and let's build it now. Click on build now. Now we can track the progress here. At this point, total 6 stages we'll be having, where we have a rank source code compilation, running test cases, SonarQube analysis, building the project, then deploying to Tomcat, right? So let's see. It will take little bit of time. Okay, meanwhile what we can do, I can try to access our Tomcat server. Okay, if I paste it here, port 8080 it is running. Click enter and you can see Tomcat is running, right? Now we need to make sure that application that jar file gets copied to Tomcat folder, Tomcat web apps folder, and then we should be able to access our application on Tomcat. Okay, in case you are wondering how Tomcat works and all, you can watch the previous video, okay, which I have made on Tomcat day 3 I think. Okay, so test cases is almost completed now. Yeah, now SonarQube analysis is running. Okay, let it run. If I go back here, quality gates. Okay, see this quality gate option in SonarQube, it's basically a set of conditions which we can set, or which is like set by default also. As of now it's like built in. See, code coverage, if it is less than 80%, then it's not so good. Okay, so duplicated lines, if greater than this percent, then it's not so good. So these conditions you can even create. You can click on create, provide a name, and like create conditions. So as of now, like since we are having 56% of code coverage, which is not so good as I mentioned, but since the source code is not mine, so I cannot try to fix it at this point. Okay, but I hope you got the point, like what exactly Sonar code coverage and code quality check, right? Okay, so deploy is running. Let's check. Okay, pipeline is successful, I guess. Yeah, so if I go back here, you can see this looks nice. We have 6 stages as of now. Okay, so to access the application, we can go to this one, Tomcat, Apache Tomcat, and type the mapping code or whatever, pet clinic. Okay, click enter, and you can see application has deployed successfully. But this video was more about SonarQube. So I hope you understand the point, what is SonarQube, what it does, how it is helpful for us, right? Okay, so thanks for watching and have a nice day, and that's all. See you in the next video.